God, bro. It's dick riding all you do. Like, you literally got that nigga.
The Bentley stays, the broke hoes goes.
That's racist, my nigga. That's racist, my nigga.
Percocet, you want one? Percocet, you want one?
Woo, it's hot.
No, I don't.
Fucking under titties hot. My pussy getting hot. Ass crack getting hot. I'm hot.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
If you feel that way.
A lot of people on the internet.
I'm not hating on Kevin Samuels. I'm just saying because I've seen a lot of a specific type of person hating
Zach
on him.
hates black women.
I never. Whoa! We're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that.
Damn. No. Okay. So, Kevin Samuels, very well known for providing a service.
Hating on black women.
So he's known because he had a whole thing where he would have women call into his show, usually black women, also men. A lot of the people that he would have on were black, I guess. I don't know why that is. Maybe because he's black and he wants to. I don't know. Maybe you have a different perspective on that.
Either way, unfortunately, Kevin Samuels passed away.
Yeah.
And I know just from seeing, like surface level tweets and, all that shit, is that he passed away and he had like a heart attack or something like that, heart failure.
Having sex with a woman.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the thing is that people were a lot of like women and his haters essentially were saying that he died literally living the life he would go on like IG Live and YouTube and shit like that, and like he died living the life that he said you shouldn't live. Because he was having sex with a woman he wasn't married to, and like, I don't know if that was one of the things that he preached, but just the whole 9 yards of
all these people that hate him are gonna come after him because they hate him, but like he has a lot of hate because a lot of shit that he would say would be very blunt and somewhat true and like somewhat offensive, like very offensive actually,
and that's the
clips
problem,
of him like. His classic line, but that he would always, every time. So basically what he would do is he'd have people on his show, right? And he'd have them call in. And it's a woman, right? And she's saying, I'm looking for a man who... He basically exposed people, like, constantly.
Yeah,
like,
he would expose your bullshit.
Yeah. And, like, that's cool. Like, people need to get their shit, like exposed.
Don't
like that.
say that you deserve a man who makes $1 million. You want
a man who's a millionaire, who, like, is like a doctor.
You don't even got a
who,
fucking high school diploma or some shit.
He was basically saying, like, you want, like, a top-tier level man, and you're, like, 300 pounds, and, like, you're, like... Like, he would just basically call women, like, he's like, ma'am, you're the size of a running back. Ma'am, you're the size of a fullback. And he would just expose
That was
him.
really
like,
one of the quotes he said?
Yeah.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
That's flawed.
And he would say that shit.
I see why bitches don't like him.
Yeah, because it's like tough. Like
he said you're the size of a fullback. I'm like, dude.
He said, what's your weight and what's your height? And he's like, that's like the size of an NFL running back.
Yeah, you dead ass could play for the Patriots. Like...
Yeah, so a lot of women didn't like that. He also would expose men too, though. I feel like he has
he was equal on it for sure.
I don't know if he was equal, but he definitely had. Men
I mean, the thing is
too.
that men normally aren't gonna call another dude and ask them about their life or whatever. It was normally women doing that. You get me? So that's why it was less.
So we have a clip, and this is one with a man.
Another man, mind you, these people are paying money for this.
They're paying money for consultations with this guy to help them.
Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
He gets on their ass. Like, he gets on everyone, like, bad.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. But he gets on people, like, for their bullshit.
You?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh? Uh-oh.
I weigh about...
Two what?
Depending on the day, between 280 285.
280.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So if you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks.
Dude.
So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-years was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, a minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a dick. I just said it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve. She's sitting at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
Yeah. First off,
and that's
if
really
he
harsh.
makes the thing is if he makes less than $1,000 a month or whatever,
yeah, that's tough.
He paid like a month's salary to like go on like Kevin Samuel's shit and have him say this.
He donated his last dollar to get bullied.
Flamed, to get bullied, literally.
He said, "So you a fat fucker? Oh, you got a big dick? Oh, tough, bro." And you know what, man? Like, let's
just don't go on.
Let's hop into this next clip. But yeah, it's crazy because one thing I did want to say is every time I saw this guy's videos, I feel like what stuck out to me.
Truth.
What stuck out to me was truth, but it's also very it reminds me it's very catty.
Yeah.
Like a gay dude type of catty. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
I get you.
Like you know what I'm saying? And like that's the energy that he gives me. And I feel like that's maybe where some of that like vicious kind of like part may come from.
But it's also insane because we now know he literally was not even living his truth. Like, you know, he's just getting up here and saying these things, right?
I wouldn't be surprised
was
if
he
was
living the
fucking a
truth? No, shit, I wouldn't be surprised either, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of nigga does all this shit, but
yeah, play the next one.
Hi, I'm.
Oh, this is funny.
I don't know what your topic is tonight, but I guess.
How old are you?
Guess.
Don't play with me. Guess these nuts.
R.I.P. for real,
man.
Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have.
I understand it, man. And here for games.
Bro,
I just think that like, I mean, man's just like he's like everybody, man. He had good points, he had bad points, but I don't think, you know, people out here celebrating his death, like, you know, that. But that's this weird part about life where we are in like the world, like this age, is that like Twitter and like, you know, just like social media and shit like that allows everything to be funny because, you know, everyone's gonna have a joke, you know what I mean? About any like topic. So like it just made it so everything is able to be joked about and everything is funny. Like think about it, right? Back in like 2001, right? When 9/11 happened, like I guarantee you there would have been some jokes on Twitter like that same day where somebody made a joke or whatever and it was funny as fuck, but people were like, yo, you know, like you can't make that joke. You get me? Like, and that's just like where we are right now.
And it's crazy because that also makes me think, and I don't mean to tie this back, and this is not a whole segue, but just really quick, it just makes me think again of that Jack Harlow and a lot of hate. I think it's too much hate for something that's not super terrible. It's too much hate, and I think that's what it is. It's like it's just the internet. But
you know why it's so much hate now that I think about it is because so many eyes were watching.
Because he has hit records and he doesn't make albums like that. And then people are like,
but that's the point though, is that like so many eyes were no, but John, the thing is so many eyes were watching, right? And if it was a good album, so many eyes would have been like, yo, he's a great artist.
Hold on. People take months, people take years to make an album, and you want to listen after one day and be like, it's trash? Stop. I'm done with that conversation. Let's keep it going, though. Read this tweet.
It's because nobody wants sweet semen bars. I'm sorry. Only, like, there's literally, like, there's bitches, right? There's, like, a fan base for that wants it.
That's a bad bar, like, but that's not the whole album.
No,
He's not
but
talking about his semen the whole time.
But the thing is, of course, obviously he didn't make a whole semen album, John. My whole point is that he had cringy bars throughout the whole album. That whole album is littered and filled with cringy fucking bars. I'm like, just like
I don't think it's cringy. I think it's just about getting girls. And
John,
I like
just like a graveyard got dead bodies, his album got cringy bars. Literally,
I don't think it has too many cringy bars. But I don't know. People tell me I'm
the
cringy.
fact that
I'm a
you're
cringy
saying
rapper,
the fact that you saying you don't think it has too many lets me know it has too many.
It has the
too many.
semen one, but other than that, maybe like one more that I don't know. I can't think of another one, but I'm just trying to be agreeable, I guess. But read that tweet. Read that tweet. I would read it, but
Yeah. So
I'm Italian.
letting a nigga like Kevin Samuels get under your skin so much that you're throwing a parade on the TL over a rumor of his death is insane. And honestly, I think that's facts. And we agreed on that. You know what I mean? Like, his shit had some truth to it. It has some, whatever to it. But letting anyone get under your skin besides somebody who really is impacting your life or some shit like that on some level,
in reality.
Yeah, dude, Kevin Samuels literally is just some fucking dude on IG. If you don't want to follow him and hear his shit, unfollow him or block, his name on fucking Twitter. You get me? Like, it's not that serious, So people celebrating his death and shit like that, that shows who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Yahoo. Most likely. That's why you literally didn't like the shit he was saying. But speaking of hoes, no, I'm trolling. That was a joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of ladies.
And yeah, this has nothing to do with the gentleman, I guess, right?
Yeah,
keep it out of...
Actually, apparently does. So, so it leaked over... last week it leaked that a draft of a decision by the Supreme Court leaked. Basically, it was an opinion written by a justice on the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade with the votes to overturn Roe v. Wade. Mind you, the balance on the court right now is 6-3. There's 6 conservative judges and 3 liberal judges. All of those conservative judges, basically, when they got confirmed in the Senate, they said, they were asked the same question: do you think that Roe v. Wade is settled law? Will you respect that precedent? And all of them said the same thing: yes. And what did they do?
The opposite?
The opposite.
Wow.
Tough.
Even the new one?
Not the one not the liberal one, but all the conservative ones.
Oh, okay, word.
Not Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's a liberal judge, apparently. Well, she is. But so we have a tweet here that says the majority of Americans support Roe v. Wade. Making abortions illegal won't make them go away. It will only make them more dangerous, more expensive, and lead to the criminalization of poor women and women of color and others who need abortions. Abortion is healthcare. Healthcare is a human right. Congress must pass legislation that codifies Roe v. Wade as the law of the land in this country now. If there aren't 60 votes in the Senate to do it, and the filibuster, which
my thing is
another
they want Joe Biden to legalize this or whatever, or I don't even know, right?
They want
this shit to get
a
passed.
woman's right to get an abortion.
These motherfuckers can't even get weed legalized, and you think they're gonna get this shit legalized? Everybody smokes weed, man, and they can't even get that shit legalized. You think they're gonna get this shit? I'm like, fam, this whole thing is a fucking joke. I'm like, it's a fucking joke. The Democrats have the House, the Senate, literally everything, right? So if they wanted to get weed passed, they literally could, right? And it's literally it passed the House, no?
So you see, you see this. It says Congress must pass legislation that codifies Roe v. Wade, put it into code, meaning put it into a legal writing that's a law, right?
Whole thing's bullshit, man.
When Obama ran in 2008 for president, he said the first thing he would do is codify Roe v. Wade. He didn't do it. He not only had a majority, he had a super majority, meaning he had over 60 senators on his side, had the House, and was the president. Did not do that. And it's just one of many examples of the Democratic Party displaying their incompetence and their weakness at a time that we cannot afford incompetence and weakness when the other side is trying to take away your rights. But we have that.
Who's the black guy who lost to Ron DeSantis?
Andrew Gillum.
This is why we need Andrew Gillum in office to be president. Because Andrew Gillum, not only would he have legalized marijuana, but he would have legalized crack cocaine, prostitutes, marijuana. He would have had gay marriage legalized, right? It's already, but he would have been he would have standed firm on that shit.
Yeah,
you get me?
Nobody's fucking with him,
bro. That man was a legend. First person I ever voted for, deadass crackhead Andrew Gillum. Shout out to him. And it's insane, man, because that's who we're really voting for out here. Crackheads and people who think that women don't deserve to have control over their bodies. And it's insane because this whole thing is fucked, man. And I don't know. It hurts my heart.
So there's a lot of frustration, obviously, because Democrats are just saying, and as soon as this happened, I thought to myself, oh, Democrats are now going to come out and say, vote blue, vote for Democrats. So
y'all already are winning.
Y'all have the
you
power.
Have the dude.
We dead ass already did that shit.
Holy fuck.
What have you done? What have you done?
Holy
What
fuck.
have you done with that power? What have you done? Have you raised the minimum wage?
The Democrats
have you lowered the prices of healthcare? Have you done anything to help the cost of living or the cost of education? Have you done anything for anybody other than the rich and wealthy, which is what the Republicans do? No, you fucking haven't.
Have you done anything other than just stutter on live TV and talk about how you like ice cream?
This fucking dickhead, Eric Swalwell. So he's a
Republican.
He's a Democrat, but he might as well be a fucking Republican because he's just as fucking useless. He tweeted, "There is one and only one way to preserve." Excuse me.
Well, that's a nice bird.
There's one and only one way to preserve Roe v. Wade and protect a woman's right to choose, and that's to #VoteBlue in 2022. My guy, you're literally in power. Your party has the House, the Senate, and the fucking White House, the presidency.
What do you want me to do?
What more do you want? I voted for your dumbass already. What else could I do? Bruh.
Because deadass, all right, so when I vote for you again, right, and then let's say that the blue all win, right, aren't you just going to tell me, hey, vote blue in 2024, and then, for 2 years, you're not going to do shit, and it's just pointless?
Do some fucked up shit, and you're like, oh, you just got to keep voting blue.
Keep voting blue.
We're not going to do anything, but they're going to do stuff, and it's going to be bad stuff. So you'd rather have us do nothing than them do bad things, right?
That's why, I think everyone hates that whole two-party system or whatever, but
it's not.
I just really hate the whole political gangbanging and the vote blue or vote red, because it's dude, you're literally a horrible fucking candidate, and what if the red candidate happened to just be a little better?
Who actually
right?
likes
or
Joe Biden besides the sheeple, the fucking groupthink people, and the fucking dick riders of the Democratic Party?
Dude,
who
honestly,
likes him? No one really fucking.
I hate to go out on the limb and say it, but I miss Trump on Twitter. I miss seeing Trump saying dumb shit just because it was funny, right? Joe Biden is not funny.
Pump it up.
And bro doesn't even do shit. And I feel if you're not gonna be funny and you're not gonna do shit, why do we have you in here?
I mean, yeah.
What is the point?
It's not about being funny. It's about doing shit.
No, but
that's
my
funny.
No,
you just
but
have to
John,
get the job done.
if you're not gonna fucking do shit, at least entertain us, George Bush.
Sure.
At least entertain us.
Sure, but
you get me?
But here the problem is
come on, man.
The problem is that
you could do both.
Those guys did shit. Bush sent us into
bad
Iraq.
shit. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He didn't do shit because he was a bad president in the sense of that. You get me?
The problem is
20-year war, whatever. I won't go there.
It's
but
just so the reaction from a lot of Democrats
lying about weapons and come on, bro. You you get me?
Trump. I don't know, trying to overturn the election and end America and shit on the Constitution and then burn it up. Yeah, no bet. So listen, so Susan Sarandon immediately clapped back on Twitter and said, a lot of good that did in 2020. Shade. She said, Dems are going to use this to fundraise and get you to vote for them again, despite sitting on their hands for the last 2 years. Instead of actually standing for anything, their only strategy is scaring you into voting blue. And that's what they've been doing since Trump got elected. And that's what both sides do. They fearmonger to get you to vote just so that their fucking side can win and they can feel good about it. And really all they're going to do is enrich themselves and enrich their donors. They're not going to fight for you. They don't care about you. They don't fucking know what your life really is like. They're all millionaires.
And this isn't a
billion-dollar corporations. They don't give a single solitary fuck.
This isn't a Green Party ad. This isn't a Tea Party ad. This is just a vote for fucking people who care for you a fucking ad. And not motherfuckers who are just red or motherfuckers who are blue or motherfuckers who smoke crack like you. But like, come on, bro. Let's like do like, some shit for good.
But
like,
here's the thing.
And yeah, that rhymes. That was a bar. That was a Jack Harlow type bar.
No, it wasn't.
Not red, not blue, but
No,
motherfuckers who smoke crack like you. You get me? That's Jack. But he would have a Metro beat on it, and it would sound better.
Stop. No, listen. The problem is that could happen, but there's so few.
Throw up the G. Throw it.
There's so few politicians right now, especially on a national level, that you could even vote for that aren't engaging in that bullshit. The only ones that I can think of off the top of that I know of. Literally Bernie Sanders. And what happened?
Eat the rich. Eat Bernie Sanders.
What happened when Bernie Sanders started becoming popular? Not only did Fox News hate on him, which is expected, they hate on every person on the left.
Is Bernie still like a thing?
MSNBC and CNN both went at Bernie Sanders harder than even Fox News.
I'm asking like real shit. Does Bernie still like do shit?
Yeah, he's a senator.
Interesting. I'm just asking that, I guess, because I ain't seen him on Twitter. I ain't seen him, he didn't run for nothing.
He's a senator. He ran for president in 2020. He won the first two primaries.
They shit him out of the
election. He won
election.
the first two primaries, and they still wouldn't put him in the center of the stage. They put Joe Biden there. And who became the president? And who did all the positive coverage go to?
Bernie did run in 2020. Damn.
He won Iowa, and then he won Nevada.
Tough.
He won Iowa, and then he won Nevada.
He came second to Biden? Or who was second? It was Biden? It was him? Interesting.
And what happened is...
But he got, like, blown out, though.
Well, it's very...
But it's like, yeah.
What happened was...
Well, at that same point, then, so now you're agreeing with Trump.
What?
That this whole thing is, like, rigged.
There's a difference between... No. See, when you say something is rigged and the way Trump is saying it is saying two things. He's saying these votes aren't real votes. They're fake votes to not get me elected, but also they're cheating. They're cheating. They're cheating to stop me. But at the same time, calls the Secretary of State of Georgia, which he lost, and he says, hey, can you find me 10,000 votes? And how many did he lose by? 10,000. So he's saying the other side is cheating, but he's also trying to cheat. But he's also trying to cheat on his end, which is projection. Basically, I'm just done with this shit. Bernie Sanders.
Who is Eric Swalwell, though?
He's a member of the House from fucking California.
And Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon is an actress. You've seen her. You've seen her stuff.
She's an actress?
Yeah.
I feel like I might have seen her, yeah.
She's an actress, for sure.
Yeah, shout out Susan.
But yeah, look, bottom line, the last thing I will say, we have to start demanding better of our politicians, and we can't just vote for our side or vote for a side because the other side is doing some fucked up shit. It's usually the Republicans, but that does not mean that you just don't use any fucking common sense or logic or fucking your brain and you just say, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to vote for the other side, because what's got us into this mess is both sides being terrible. We need to demand more. We need to demand better. And we need to start voting for the people that do not take corporate money and do not do the bidding of corporations, who are not corrupt. And the only people right now like that is Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. And it just so happens that the only two people on a national scale who are not participating in corruption have a very similar platform. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh, it's dick riding all you do?
It barely stays the broke hoes. That's racist, my nigga. That's racist, my nigga.
This is the intermission.